What's going on, guys? It's Complete Tech Crew. Today we're going to be doing an in-depth review and unboxing of the Jonard Tools 8-piece Coax toolkit, sporting a part number of TK-85. I've had this kit for a couple months now. When I purchased this, I was all excited. I just didn't use it or touch it because I knew I wanted to do an unboxing and a review for you guys. This kit looks great. It would have been really nice to have this when I started in the industry doing this kind of stuff. I could not find anything like this. Doesn't mean it wasn't available, but at that time, it just wasn't accessible for me. So I ended up buying piece by piece and trying to formulate my own kit. So it would have been great if I knew about this or if this was available back then, which was roughly 15 years ago. I love this kit. I've dug through it, pulled the tools out, kind of fooled around with them. It's a great kit. So without further ado, I'm going to flip this box over and show you the actual specifics of what's included within this kit. So you have a universal compression tool, 6-in-1 screwdriver, cable stripper, LED flashlight, pocket toner is what we call it, but it's a kind of continuity tester and toner, high leverage diagonal cutters, torque wrench, and molded 7 tool pouch. So that's that. And this is the little cardboard box that it comes in. And for those of you who care, it's made in Taiwan. So that's useless now. Get a good look at this. The back of it. And just so you know, this thing has some weight to it. It's pretty heavy. If I had to guess, I would say at least maybe 8, 10, 11 pounds. I don't know. But this thing is pretty girthy. Some pretty good stuff, pretty good heavy tools in it. And I believe it's these diagonal cutters and definitely the compression tool is definitely weighing it down quite excessively. Probably also this torque wrench as well. So all of these are essential. This is, in my opinion, will be great for a novice or a guy starting out. And it'd also be great for a guy like me, specifically on service calls where I have to take a whole entire bag, my whole entire cart to certain locations within the building on the client's property. I think this will be beneficial just to affix it to my belt going in, especially if I'm going into tight places and spaces, and take care of the task at hand. So that's what this is great for. It's exactly why I purchased it. It's a comprehensive set, I feel. Comes with everything you need. I probably wouldn't use this flashlight just because I have the Milwaukee rechargeable lighting that I can affix to my hat or my hard hat or my person. So without all that noise and continue rattling on, I'll go ahead and get it to it. Starting from the front of the unit is just this stripper. So it does 7, 11, 6, and 59. And this is the part number is UST-100. I use a different type of stripper that I'm very accustomed to, that I order all the time. And every time I buy them like by the tens, as they cost me roughly $10. Sometimes they're much cheaper when they're on sale around the holidays, like about $8. So I always try to rack up on those. But other than that, it's a great looking tool. On to the next one is the torque wrench. If you are in the cabling industry, or have ever installed coaxial, this torque wrench is very essential. You need to have this. It torques to 30 pounds. It's a must-have when you're torquing down to barrel connectors, splitters, anything of that nature, ground blocks, whatever. You have to have this. It's important because you get your torque down, and weather and pressure and different climates won't affect the connector and back it out. It'll be much more foolproof and eliminate those trouble calls and things of that nature. So that's that. Has a little kick on it. It's a pretty neat looking tool. Good feel to it. I like that Jonard Tools blue color. Really good looking tool. Thank you for that, Jonard. I use that quite often, by the way. And we'll go ahead and get to the compression tool. So this compression tool is very, very similar to the PPC brand and the Belden brand. This has your adjustments on it right here. I do believe you can do BNC and RCA with this, just by the way this heads look right here, which is really cool. That's like an all-in-one, and that's really neat that they did that. Great jobs on that, Jonard Tools. The part number is CT-200. And you can fluctuate between RG11, 7, 6, and 59 connectors with this. Great looking piece. Looks like it'll last and stand the test of time because I've used a lot of these, just not from Jonard tools, but they're pretty much all the same. So there's a way that you can pop this open. There you go. And go ahead and flip it around contingent upon what type of connector you're installing. RCA, BNC, regular Coax F connectors. This has all the dies and the heads for it. This is the F connector head right here, this elongated one. Then you have your BNC, which is here, and your RCA on this side. So that's really neat. This is a well thought out tool. So I'll tip my hat to you guys on this one, Jonard. I really like this. And the other one that I have that's similar to this is a PPC, but it works great. So great job on that. I'm glad you guys got that OEM for you guys. There you go, our diagonal cutters. Not much you can say about those. Those really don't have their name engraved on it or anything like that. I'm sure they're decent. I'll try them out. I haven't utilized them yet, but I'll definitely give them a run and see if they're any good. They look okay. I don't know what kind of metal this is or what kind of material it's manufactured out of. I'm curious, so I'll definitely research that and do an update. It goes just a standard kind of cheap run-of-the-mill 6-in-1. Has a nice feel to it. I like the Jonard blue, so that's cool. Comes out, Phillips, and you slot it. It's number 2 or number 3, or that was number 2. I'm sorry, number 1 here. A little opening there, and it says 6-in-1 on the back. And this is the greatest tool, or was the greatest tool ever to me before we were able to get our hands on the actual multi toner where you can do up to like 8 rooms. When that came out, that was just like the biggest deal. Whoever had one was the man when I started in the cabling industry. So that was cool. But this was the first thing that we used, and it worked like a charm. I've seen some guys trying to use toner probes and wands, the actual toner and the toner wand or probe, and those don't work too well because you'll find that you have to fix it perfectly to the coax connector and the actual conductor, and sometimes it just does not perform well. So this is a must-have if you're in the industry, and this is Jonard tools. The part number is PT-300. So, and this is just a pocket toner. That's what I call it, but it's just a continuity tester. So it's really, really good. These work really well. They have several brands that manufacture these. Tech Tool Supply will probably be one of the better places to get it if you don't have a local supply house that carries this kind of stuff. So great tool. I always keep, and just a little word of advice, always keep a barrel connector in there just so you don't damage that. Because once you damage that, this thing is useless at that point. So great product. I like the way this feels. I have several of these, and when I started out, when I first found out about it, I went and picked up as many as I could after my first couple of checks. This thing was a lifesaver, and it still is if you are in a crunch and you need to identify some coax cabling. Never can steer you wrong, never fail you. So this is just a standard flashlight. Has your zoom function and all that. I'm sure it doesn't have batteries in it right now, so I got to get it going. But you're not missing anything. Just a Jonard Tools FL-2000. That's what it says. So I believe that's the part number. Good looking little flashlight. Again, I probably wouldn't use that too much, but you never know, because I always keep a headlamp with me with a Milwaukee rechargeable red lithium lighting, or one of their lights on my person, like a magnetic one. So those are great lights. If you guys haven't utilized them or purchased any yet, consider it. You can't go wrong with that, I promise you. And then looking at the molded case. The molded case, this is the part number on the case itself, specifically the case. It's H-85 with Jonard Tools. And it's just pre-molded for exactly those tools. I do believe that they sell this case by itself. I am almost sure of that. So if you have these tools, this array of tools, you can go ahead and get that case if you feel like it is worthwhile or help you out. And you have a kit all ready to go. So just a quick look at the tools themselves, the die. And there you have it. So again, if you're just starting out or if you've been in the industry and you're looking for a way to consolidate your tools and get much more organized and being more efficient out there in the field, to me, this is one of the better ways to go. You have your coax strippers, your torque wrench, flashlight, your coax crimpers, your 6-in-1, your interchangeable die for your coax crimper and your coax connectors, your pocket toner, continuity tester, and your diagonal cutters. So again, Jonard Tools, I tip my hat to you guys. Great set. To me, it was worth the money. It was a little pricey, but when you get kits like that to help you save time, you're going to end up spending somewhere. You have to spend something. It's either time or money. So money's usually the easiest thing to spend because you can get it back. You can never get time back. Thank you. And with that being said, I thank you guys so much for spending your time with me here. I'm trying to grow the platform. So continue to leave comments. Go ahead, subscribe if you're on YouTube, and help me with that algorithm. Help me with the algorithm on Instagram as well. It's Complete Tech Crew. Go ahead, follow on there. Like and leave comments as much as you feel you need to. And if you're looking for more tools, more low voltage stuff, more information, I'll be doing a vast amount of unboxing, reviews, detailed demos, and also how-tos on a lot of things. So hit me up if you need anything. I'm always looking at the comments, good or bad, indifferent. I'll always be looking out for that. Appreciate you guys' time. Take care.